Welcome to Spirit Medium, Law and Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium, Law is a channel spirit love
Hi everybody, how you doing? Good afternoon. There is a lot of gardening going on right now, suddenly, in my neighborhood, and you probably can hear it, but hopefully it won't be too overwhelming. I would use a headset, but I can't figure out, haven't had a chance yet to figure out how to get my new computer's headset ability to work. So, here we go again. All kinds of technical things going on, but it makes life challenging. So today I want to talk a little bit about sadness, grief, depression, that nasty negative word, and where it comes from and what we can do about it, okay? You know, it's maybe it's just unique to America. I've heard this before, or the United States. I've heard this before, is that in other countries, it's normal to get sad every now and then, but United States, everybody's supposed to be happy, because when you're happy, then you're successful, right? Just like bigger is better, you know, the Big Mac Whopper. But being happy all the time isn't necessarily better. It's just, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about or ashamed about if you're not always happy. Actually, going through times that are down can be very, very therapeutic and very, very healing. And I'm sure most of you would agree that pain is there to awaken us. Just as we put our hand into a flame and we feel pain and we move it away, sometimes a sadness or a grief or an anger, whatever it is, can be therapeutic if we look for that and if we challenge ourselves thusly. But before I continue in that direction, I just want to clear the housekeeping, if you will. There is a website for the show. It's called spiritmediumtv.com, and there you will find a myriad of resources, including how to make a donation if you want to jump to the top of the queue. That's the 8, no wait. That's number 2 on Spirit Medium TV. Number 3 is to watch a live video feed of the show there. And if you are so inclined, if you're more of the adventurous type and you do enter the queue, you do enter the webinar, which you can do at item 3, step 3 on spiritmediumtv.com, you will actually be given a priority in the queue. So I've just mentioned 2 ways to be given priority. One is to make a donation of $8, which goes in part to help animals. That's step 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. And step 3 is watch me live in front of a camera. Not very exciting, but it can be more exciting if you enter that particular webinar. And you do that at step 3, and you just click on here, the word here. Press here if you want to enter the webinar. You will be immortalized on camera and on the show. I have a YouTube channel that this show simultaneously broadcasts to, and then the videos go there. So everybody, thank you so much, everybody, for calling in. I always appreciate that. The more the merrier. We do have a full queue, as usual. I'm just going to continue then with the particular focus for today. So I've written an article called Blast the Blues, Essential Oils for Depression. And if you were to go to spiritmediumtv.com, if you were listening to this at a future time, you would be able to search the website for essential oils for depression, and you would go to this particular article. I'm using essential oils as the keyword here, not because I'm goo goo gaga over essential oils. I do like them. But because when I tried to create a keyword that just talked about spiritual solutions to depression, it was not optimized as well as essential oils for depression. Interesting, right? Anyway, I am really interested in oils lately. I think they are fantastic. They heal in a different way than more traditional medicine, even more traditional holistic medicine. For example, I was taking pills that were holistic to sleep at night. They had chamomile in them. They had melatonin, valerian root, and a gamut of other things. But what I've noticed, or what I've discovered, is essential oils sort of go right to the essence of us, because they are the essence of something living. Whereas a pill that you're taking of some sort, even if it's an herb, but even worse if it's a prescription or a pharmaceutical kind of thing, what that does is it handles the symptom. So that's like a mask or a Band-Aid on the problem. The essential oils rewrite the problem. They correct the problem. So when I'm trying to sleep at night, unless I'm under a lot of stress, I use an essential oil for sleep. It just puts me right out. And I feel in the morning different. I feel clear, like I really got a restful sleep, versus when I was taking my holistic remedies for sleep. I would wake up in the morning feeling not rested, groggy. Okay, but anyway, how do we do this with depression? Well, we're going to do a little exercise, okay, together. I'll first tell you what we're going to do, and I'm also going to get you ready by asking you to get some supplies if you can, or prepare yourself. I'm going to ask if you can get a pen and pen, and also if you have any therapeutic grade essential oils, particularly if they're relaxing kind of oils, something that's pleasant, like frankincense or lavender or ylang ylang. That's YLANG, those kind of oils that are very soothing. If you have any of those oils, get them out. If you don't have any oils, I want you to think of something that you love the smell of, like, for example, rose petals. I have used this. I've done the same exercise by remembering the smell of rose petals when I'm in the middle of the exercise. So you may find the smell of lavender very relaxing, or you may find the smell of rose petals relaxing, but I want you now to designate and find a smell, something that you like to smell, either a real essential oil, here's one, frankincense, or one that you're going to remember, because you may not have access. The other thing I want you to do is get a pad and a pen out. And while you have that pad and pen out, and if you don't have one, just think about this, okay? Think about something in your life that's troubling you, problem or something. Maybe you're blaming yourself for something, okay? I know in my own life, I just lost an animal on Friday. I mentioned it on Monday night show, but if you weren't listening, I just lost my putty cat, my little Sabrina. And guess what? I'm blaming myself for that. I didn't even realize it, because at first I was in shock. But now I realize it. And when we blame ourselves for things, I'm going to bring out a little picture of my cat. When we blame ourselves, we actually will have anger turned inward, which is depression. So anger turned inward is depression. Here's my little angel. Can you see that? That's my little rat. That's my little putty cat, Sabrina. She's now with God. But I blamed myself because I'm still not convinced that she couldn't have lived a little longer. All right, I brought her to a vet, and she was very ill. But she had enough energy when I got her to the vet to jump out of her carrying case and run off and hide. So I wasn't allowed to see her when the vet made the assessment, the exam, that she was going to recommend euthanasia, because my cat had an embolism, according to the vet, that went to the heart. Well, I don't know. I'm a little confused about that, because they also said that they could have done tests on her and all this other business. I'm saying, well, why are you recommending euthanasia if you think you can do something to help her? I don't get it. But anyway, I'll never have the answer to those questions. Because I did have her euthanized because the vet recommended that. So as you're sitting within the midst of depression or sadness, there's usually going to be a component of something that you're judging yourself for. That's my big aha moment for today. So if any of you ever have felt that way or feel this way now, sadness, or feel in the future you ever feel this way, keep that in mind to look for where are you angry with yourself. It may not be very apparent. Like, for example, you may be looking for love and you keep having the same experience happening over and over and over again. Eventually, you could get angry with yourself that you're not liking what nature is washing up on the shore for you. You may say, I just don't like anybody. I don't feel a connection. So basically, when things aren't working for you and you're not connecting, okay, in some way, you could get angry with yourself, then feel futile, then feel depressed. So I want you to write down something that you're angry with yourself about, or something, if you can't get to that, something that's not working in your life that you're very frustrated and upset about. Write it down or think about it. Define it right now. And I want you to now start going into a memory related to that. And if you have your oils handy, get one of the oils open. And we're going to do something with the oil in a moment. So go into the memory of that thing that you're trying to get and can't get, or that you're sad about, or you keep going to yourself, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, what if I'd only. Go into the memory that's frustrating and making you upset. And now in the middle of that memory, that emotional memory, could be as recent as just today, I want you to breathe in the oil on the palm of your hand, put a couple of drops in it, rub it in and breathe it in. And if you don't have any oil, then breathe in the memory of that particular scent that makes you very relaxed. Right ahead and breathe that in. Breathe it in over the memory, enjoying the smell, and allowing it to take you wherever it goes. Breathing in deeply. And you will find it softens the emotion. It takes the edge off of it. In some cases, it completely resets the situation. That's what we're aiming for. So it may take a couple more passes of a skilled kind of therapeutic process to clear it all out for you. But if you do this on a regular basis, or if you work with someone like me, I am getting certified in this technique, and when you combine that with a psychic perception, as I have, you can get some very great work done on yourself. You can move then from depression to feeling a lot happier in your life and more effective, and in essence, allow yourself to bring in things you really want in your life. Because so long as we're in the woulda, coulda, shoulda mode, we ain't gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna keep second guessing. We will become immobilized. So if you're wanting something in your life, I'm sure there's a woulda, coulda, shoulda behind it. And if you'd like, we can clear that. And hopefully today you've cleared some of it. That article has other things to do for depression, like deep breathing, walking in nature, using a candle, asking God for help. God or spirit guides or angels, they don't come to help you unless you've asked. Isn't that funny? Kind of strange, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is a group message, and then I'll go to the phone lines. Let's see if we have anybody who's wanting an other soul connection. I don't see anybody there. Okay, that wants another side connection. Okay, so everybody please sit back and cross your arms and legs. Please start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very relaxed, opening up to spirit and God, asking for help in any way that you can achieve help. If you are wanting an other side connection, call in that loved one now or loved ones. If you have a regular life question, please ask that it be addressed and or healing be attained for anything that you have. As you're doing that, I will go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into your space your energy, I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay, good. All right, let's see what the guides have to say today, or what Spirit has to say in a channeled message. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in to join all of you in the joyful experience of life on Earth. Yes, at times Earth may seem like a traditional place of suffering. However, if you can embed yourself within the problem, you will understand how to get rid of it. In other words, at times, the way to joy from sadness is to be in the sadness for a period of time. It is only by entering sadness versus resisting it that one can move through it. So at times when we are sad and we go to do something that masks the problem, and that might be alcohol, drugs addiction, it could be other kinds of addictions, whatever they are. They may not be substance addictions. They could be activities that you do compulsively to evade the issue at hand. Anything that is distracting you from your issue versus allowing you to process it would not be healthy for you. Therefore, we suggest to you to allow yourself to enter the sadness, be in it. In the sadness, you will find that there is only joy. Namaste. Oh, I like that. I didn't think that didn't come earlier into the article, so it's another idea. Okay. I don't believe we have an other side connection today. Well, we have other side for Susie B, she said. But Susie B, I don't want to just do another side. Let me pull you in for a second. Susie, sweetheart? Susie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hi, honey. I can't just do another side because you want another side. It has to be because you're in grief or something, not just as entertainment. So if you say, or you have a question, then I'm going to have to skip that because they're not going to want to come in just to entertain us. You know what I mean? Okay, and I can't guarantee I'm going to pull your mother in. Laws of the trade. Laws of the spirit world. Okay, so let me just, for you and everybody else, when we work with the other side, we're doing it because we've had a loss, and we're not just trying to fill airtime. Okay, number one. And number two, we don't ask for specifics unless, I do let you, I sometimes break the rule. I'm just giving you the rules. And of course, we always break the rules, but we try to allow Spirit to present to us, all right, so that we know that they're continuous, they're living on. Because the whole point of mediumship is that we're illustrating, or as a medium, we're bringing in evidence that they're giving us, that we're not controlling. But I love you, Susie B, and I'm going to do what you're asking me to do, and we'll see. It's just I brought your mother in a number of times, and I might have brought in most of the evidence I can bring in about her. So that would be new. But let's see what we get. Susie. Well, now you just gave me the evidence. You just gave me the evidence, but I do see something new which I never saw before, okay? I do see that Mommy looks like she was shorter, on the shorter side, and she has short legs. Mommy has short legs, not versus real long legs. And she's got a bit of bulk in the torso area, particularly in the stomach area. Would you remember that for Mom, please? That's what she's showing me today.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
She says, okay, she says, I'm a very kind, loving person. She says, I always want to talk to you, Susie. And she's pushing me out of the way. Your mama is. She's saying, Laura, why do you always make everything so difficult? Well, Mommy's because I have to. Okay. Now, is there anybody in the family that has a CA name, like a Carrie or Cassandra or something like that? Carolyn? Oh, okay. Well, she's saying she thinks something about that. Hold on. What do you want to say? She's a good girl. I'm watching her also when she sleeps. I'm trying to nurse her better than she's been nursed because, oh, interesting. Cameron is about 5 or 6 years old now, isn't she? She almost your mother is showing me something, that they actually still give her a pacifier. And that your mother doesn't like that at all. She says she's too old for that now, and they really have to get over that. I know it's an easy way out, but really she should be out of her mouth by now, and mommy doesn't like that at all. She says she gave you a pacifier a bit longer than she should have. She says for you, she says, and she'll never forgive herself for that, because later on in life she realized it's not good for kids to have pacifiers too long. Not that it hurt you or anything, but she's just saying that she learned later on that it wasn't a good thing to do for children, to give them pacifiers too long. And also, okay, good. Not good that you need a bracelet for the confirmation. She's also showing me something that she gave you to drink in a bottle that was also not very good for you. She learned later on it was something like sweet, like a sugary kind of thing to put in the bottle, like as if she was giving sweet milk or something like that. And she says that's not good either. They don't give her a bottle anymore, but they do give her the pacifier, which she doesn't like. But they also do give her a lot of candy, which mom says no good. Okay, mom, thank you. She says, thank you, Susie. Yeah, she says, thank you, Susie, for asking me to come in. She says, I love you very, very much. She says, and I am looking out for you and keeping you out of harm's way as best I can. She says, but you never really listened to me that much when I was on earth. So how do you expect that you're going to listen to me now? She says, I am giving you ideas. I am trying to put ideas in your head. But she says, you're not always hearing me correctly. She says, I like that new man you're with now. And she's using the M name, the one that you've been talking about. She says, I like him a lot, the best, and he will answer to you as you're asking. He will return to you as you're asking. Don't worry about a thing, sweetheart. She says, he will be calling you again soon, and you will be hearing from him soon. So mommy's watching out for you, sweetheart. Not to worry. I'm going to put you back in the queue. Okay, love? All right, lovey. Thank you, sweetheart. Bye. Bye, lovey. Okay, I want to say to Texas Pearl, thank you for coming in today. I love the flowers. Oh, I see Hawaii and Texas Pearl exchanging flowers. Okay, Hawaii, you could try later on, sweetheart, but the queue is very big, and that's the first. The priority is donation. Well, the priority is Other Side Connection, donation, those who went to the webinar, and if there's nobody around, then, of course, the queue. But I do have to go to the phone lines first, love. So if you can, use a Skype or something, or, hey, if you can get to a website, you can actually enter the webinar, which would be really cool. We'd have you in the webinar. Oh, let me just check the webinar, come to think of it. Hold on, is anybody there? Nope, nobody's there. Okay, I'll try to get to you, Hawaii. Thank you, though. I appreciate you even being here. Okay, is there anybody else on the Other Side Connection? Because I always do those first. And we are now going to go to regular questions. Hey, what can we do for you, love? Okay, you're going to have to speak a little more clearly because your voice is a little muffled for me, but I got what you just said, sweetheart. His initials. I can't hear you. You're going to have to say it again, love. Okay, what is that? I meant, what is his name? I couldn't hear it. Brian. Okay, that's great. Now I have all this information on poor Brian. I know his birth date and everything else. All right. I don't like Brian for you. Hold on. Ooh, no, not getting good reasons, not getting good messages on him for you. I'm going to give you why. Okay. It's disappointment from before, disappointment again. So if you don't know him from before, then I need to delve a little deeper. Here, disappointment from before, disappointment again. Would that make sense, please, T, in terms of knowing him from before? Okay, well, I'm hearing that. Oh, okay. So you've never met him before. Okay. This noise outside, and unfortunately, I don't have a headset for my computer because I haven't had a chance to fix that yet. Let's see what we can do here. Disappointment, Brian, November 28th, 1988. Oh, just bear with me, honey, for a moment. No, he's not a good person for you. I'm getting a very strong no again on him. I want you to interview him a little bit more closely. So the disappointment from before is his history in love and with relationships. It may not have happened with you, but there is somebody from the past that he is disappointed, and you will learn about it by being a little bit more objective about him. They're giving me the word interview him. We all need to be careful. I'm not saying that you don't know him, but I think if you're a little bit more shrewd in the questions you're asking him as you get to know him better, you will find there's something in the past that is questionable in the way he treated someone and the way he got out of a relationship that is not the healthiest, and that I'm getting a no on him for you, not because he doesn't like you. I'm not even looking at that. I'm just getting that he's not the right kind of person for you. So all you can do at this point is proceed with caution and get to know him a little bit better. And I'm getting a very, very strong feeling on this, T. So I wouldn't mislead you. I have to say very, very strongly that is exactly the feeling I'm getting on this. I'm sorry. I know you were all excited about that, but I think you need to know what I have to say. All right, honey? I'm sorry about that. Thank you, love. Bye-bye, honey. All right, I am going to Amla, who has a life question, not a question, actually, she's a report. Amla, hi, sweetheart. Go ahead and tell us what you were going to say, darling. Amla? What is that, honey? I couldn't hear anything. You got knocked out. That's nothing to do with my end. Go ahead, say that again. Oh, okay. Thank you, sweetheart. It's so nice to you as well. Thank you, love. So go ahead. Go ahead, honey. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do have somebody else coming in. Of course, the first message is don't waste your time on situations that are not clear from the beginning. You know that. Now you know better. I know when we're in things, we forget all this. All right, so let me go to specifics for you, Amla, at age 6. You're a very loving, kind individual. Understanding your gift in this respect will allow you to pull in the right person for you. You need to find someone that resonates properly with this aspect of self. The way to highlight this is to focus on it almost every day, writing down the things that make you special so that you highlight them in your mind You need to have somebody that, yeah, you need to have somebody that actually resonates back to you what is great about you. In other words, your vibrational equivalent, your vibrational equivalent. And the way to do that is to highlight to yourself how bright you are, how smart you are, how understanding you are. Because when we're not seeing it, we're not amplifying it. And I'm telling you to amplify your signal. That's what Spirit is saying. You can also get an essential oil for this. I'm holding one called Clarity, but you might be able to get one that allows you to amplify who you are more. There are many different that wake you up. So I want you to awaken your frequency. I want you to amplify it and broadcast it, and that's a two to 3 step process. One is journaling on who you are. 2 is paying attention and acknowledging who comes in, seeing if they're matching that. And the third thing is use an oil if you, as a suggestion, if you can get one on that. I don't know off the top of my head other than Clarity because I've been working with that in some of my client situations. So, okay, now let me go to, now that you're going to be doing all that, is there anything that needs to be healed in AMLA, please? No, there's nothing. That your self-esteem is very good. Your self-control is very good. You understand yourself very, very, very well. You're very smart about things, money, use, where you're going in life, and everything else. You have everything going on. The only thing that you didn't have going on is appreciation of self as much as you could have, which you're going to fix now. All right, now, move on. Okay, so we're on, today is August 9th. Let's see, 2017. Where will she go? How will she meet this person, please? Really? Hold on. No. Okay. They told me something like, get out of the house more. And then they say, go to the grocery store. I'm like, what does that mean? Well, you need to get out more. Okay, basically, you need to get out more. You need to be socializing more. You need to be mixing more on a without any objectives, just doing it for the fun of it, so to speak. Yeah, because you do go out, you do things, but just go out to have fun. And doing that will allow you to relax more, and you will be naturally bringing in your equivalent, your frequency equivalent. I'd be curious to see if there is an oil like that. I am going to look for it right now because I want to know what it is, and I want everybody else to know. So I'm going to put in essential oil. Attraction. That's all you need. You need an oil that does attraction. And I'm going to look for any oil that really does attraction is the right kind of oil. And there might be one, I'm trying to get the one from Young Living because that would be one you could easily either be able to buy it or you'd be able to find the equivalent. Okay. Let me just finish. Let me just do what I was doing, and then I'll give you that answer. I don't have a quick answer. There should be one for abundance. Yeah, there's one for abundance with them. So anything that has to do with the abundance, bringing in what you want, your vibration. Good. Timeline for please, right away, actually, right around the corner. So you're ready for this. Not to worry. Yeah, not to worry. So amplify your signal, get out and have some fun, laugh, carry on, be relaxed. That other situation was an initiation, actually, preparing you for the next one. Because, so you remained in limbo for a while, but it really was you setting up. It was you setting this up so that you would now come out of that cleared of another situation that was before that. So that was a transition for you, and that's a good thing. So, that being in the limbo state, and that the reason you were in that is because you weren't ready yet. right? There you go. All right, exactly. All right, so you're all ready now. Yeah, you're all ready now, girlfriend. Go for it. Same here, Emily. You have a beautiful day. Keep me informed of your whereabouts and what's going on with all this, okay? Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. Okay, going to Karen, my friend Karen. Karen, my dear friend from Chicago. What's going on?
Hey, listen, I working with the spirit.
All right, let's see what's going on. You know, getting jobs it's the tail of the dog. Okay, we've been talking, you and I, about jobs for a while, right? And the dog is really about clearing energy, clearing you. It's a funny thing about, you know, how come some people get things easier than others is because they don't have any emotional blocks, they don't have any belief blocks. There's probably some block there. So besides me just going to Abbott Labs and all that, which by the way is a great company, I know they're traded on the New York Stock Exchange, ABT, I think is their symbol. I like securities. I very much into that. I've done a lot of trading. Besides me just answering that on a topical level, I'm going to go a little deeper with you if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Please.
All right. Let me look at you energetically and see what's going on with that. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for a shot they're going to give me information from. They're mostly going to the brain area, the head. You know what I see in you is like you are an angel. Like right over your head, you've got a halo. Okay, isn't that interesting? You've got wings on your back, but somehow there's a dissonance between who you know you are and what you're experiencing on Earth. So it's not just a shock. You're giving me a whole gestalt of you as a soul. And it's a very sad thing. It's like a struggle. It's like, I know I'm a good person. I know I'm an angel. I know I've come to Earth to help and heal and do good things. But why does Earth knock me around so much? Why is Earth knocking me around so much? I'm ready now for better things. I'm ready now to be in service. But yet all I get is this disappointment. They call it in psychology cognitive dissonance. I see myself one way, but life is reflecting something else. And I'm going to say something nasty. Bullshit to the law of attraction, because I know I'm an angel. Why is life not bringing me back angelic experiences? So this is something I see with you. What I want to do is just a little energy clearing. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can do something else besides. I'm doing a little energy clearing, filtering out of all of this. Okay, so now what they're doing is taking you to your solar plexus, and they're giving me a memory of something when you were younger. Something that happened with father figure, your father, or a father figure, or a lack of, if you will, of telling you you're not good enough, or not smart enough, or not something enough. And also I see a little bit of corporal punishment, maybe a slap or something like that. Do you have any memories of being told you're not enough in some way, and perhaps not being treated so well as a little child, 5 to 6 years old?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And what I would like you to do is to breathe into that memory, rose petal oil or an oil of your choice that is calming and soothing. Go right into the memory. I'm also doing another kind of healing in the background on that. Breathe that into the memory, and I want you to know if you feel any shift over the memory. All right, so what I'm going to ask you to do is play this back later and get yourself a therapeutic grade. All right, that is soothing. Lavender, but it has to be good quality. And I want you to go into a memory like that. And I want you to breathe into I want you to breathe the oil. Because what that will do is it will release the block, and then you'll become more in alignment with who you know you are, which is a beautiful angel soul on earth. Okay? And I also want you to set an affirmation for yourself. We'll do it now. Like, I am, and I am worthy, I am good enough, I am, what do you think? Because I'm getting I am good enough for you. But I wanted to make it even more powerful than that. I want it to be like, I am an angel and experience this now. Or it has to start with I am. Okay? It has to have something to do with abundance. I am an abundant angel and know this now. Okay. You see how nice that is? I am an abundant angel and know this now. Okay. So that should be, I am an abundant angel and know this now. This is all being recorded so you can listen to it. And I want you to get an actual oil and see, use that into the memory. It could be other memories. Keep doing this. You could do the same thing over and over again. Okay. I've also done an energy thing on. Now, I'm being told that you're supposed to be doing the work of an angel, and that's another reason that you're not getting these Abbott Lab job, all the jobs, you've been going through this job and that, trying to get this job, because they're not really who you really are, what you really want. But, you have to pay your bills right now, so I get it. But I want you to give some airtime to your true nature and who you really are, and allow that to blossom when you get your day-to-day bread and butter job. So now let's look at the Abbott Labs job for her. This is for Karen in Chicago. Abbott Labs, yes or no? It's better for you than the other ones. I do feel that you will be able to get this job. And one of the things I like about this job for you, and I'll give you time frame in a moment, but one of the things I like about this job is that it's a big company, and that you would be in, it looks like there's a lot of other desks around you, so you won't feel like people are staring at you. You'll feel like you can sort of disappear in the masses, so to speak. And this will give you a sense of freedom in the job so that you can go off and do the other things we're talking about, which maybe are more you, the things you really like to do. So I see it more as a bread and butter job, and I see this job just to, get through some money. And it should be coming in within 2 weeks. You should be hearing more about that. If that doesn't work out, I think it will work out, but if it doesn't work out, there will be another job coming along very, very soon. And you just need to keep doing the clearings of all the things that you get in memories about not good enough. You could actually think about it every day and see if there's something else that comes up. And every time a new memory comes in, breathe into it until you have a shift. And you should be releasing things that way. And then do your affirmation afterwards. Any other affirmations you want to say, like I am prosperous now, I enjoy prosperous economy, I enjoy gainful employment with high salary. Whatever it is that you're wanting, you should always be affirming. Affirmations don't work if we're blocked underneath them. Those are our belief systems. We don't even realize it, but we all have these belief systems. So anytime somebody thinks law of attraction is not working, it's not because law of attraction is not working. It's because the beliefs, which are formed by emotional blocks, which are formed by soul contracts, are in there preventing the, it's like the tail of the dog. We need to get the under stuff right before the outer stuff can be in harmony for us. So you're a beautiful person, Karen, and I want you to acknowledge that every day of your life from this point forward. Okay? And you deserve employment. You will be having it. All right, sweetheart. You have a beautiful day. Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Goodbye. All righty then. Moving on now to Mary Lou. I'm very curious what this means, Mary Lou, that you want a message from Spirit. What does that mean? Okay. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to say to Mary Lou at 5:04. Mary Lou, 5:04. Hold on. You're kind, very kind, open-hearted. Oh, hold on for a second. Are you looking for work also, sweetheart? Okay, because it's saying gainful employment is yours right around the corner. You do not, the reason I wanted to ask that is I wasn't sure if I was still holding the vibration of the prior caller because the beginning messages are very similar. You have a heart of gold. You're very employable right now. You are very wonderful, kind soul. They're telling you all this to up your enthusiasm, to up your sense of self-esteem, and have that little spring in your step, knowing that gainful employment is right around the bend for you. You will be getting something, a job to your liking, a job to your satisfaction, and a job even better than the one you had before. It's not like you don't believe you can't get employment. It's just that you're wanting to find something that's even better for who you are. This is the message for you today, that employment is there for you, and it's of the life that you care to have. It is the right kind of job, and this is the issue. You've always... Can you hear me? You can. Okay. I just said your employment is there for you. It is of the right sort. And the issue for you has been you've always been able to get a job, but never the right job. And this particular job is going to be more closely aligned, the new position, more closely aligned with who you are and what you want out of life. It's going to match you and what you have to offer better than any job before. It feels like there's more money involved and more responsibility, more autonomy, and you will be able to run things more or have more power in the position. This is what's coming to you now. You've worked hard. You deserve this now. Namaste. So look forward, Mary Lou. You're welcome, love. Thank you so much for calling in, honey. Bye-bye. I forgot to say to everybody, if you do want a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. And if you put radio show in the event code field, you will obtain a third more time for free. As well, there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Oh yeah, join my mailing list. I keep forgetting to say that to everybody. If you want to keep in touch, you like the messages, you don't like the messages, whatever, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and on the sidebar there, you'll see join our mailing list. You will get a myriad of resources there, and you will be kept in the loop with articles and updates to the show and other kinds of things. So this is only one way, this radio show, to keep in touch with me in a much better way is by joining my mailing list. Go to spiritmediumtv.com, and there you can do so on the sidebar. Okay. Christine. Is this the Christine I just worked with yesterday? Let me just see Christine before I go to you, love, because I have a feeling there's probably other people that are in the queue longer, honey, not to... Yeah, there are. Oh my God, we've got some people waiting here for quite a long time. Hold on. Hello, Sonal. Is that the name? Am I saying it correctly? Sonal. All right. Well, that's due to Susie B because she spelled it in the way I could pronounce it, Sonal. Sonal, so what is the question, darling, for today? And don't give me background, just give me the question, love. Okay. All right. Let's see. Are you in computer programming or something that's technical like that? Feel a lot of technicality around you. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you're very smart. You're very skilled at what you do. You don't like where you are right now. Feels like there's a lot of tension and or personality conflicts. It reminds me of your job right now. It reminds me of there's this an episode of Lucille Ball when she was Ricky, when it was Ricky and Lucy, whatever it was called. And she's in a candy factory, and the conveyor belt is moving faster and faster and faster, and she can't keep up with all the candy. So you're like being scrunched right now in your job. Let me just see what's coming in for you. Well, at least you're employed. That's good. But you need to jump quickly, though. You do need to get something fast. I see something by the end of this month, beginning of September, opening for you, and it would be more to your liking. It could very well be in the same company that you're in, believe it or not, because it feels like a bigger company. The reason I'm saying you need to go to something right away, because where you are now is set up for failure. It's not your fault. It's hard to be successful where you are, and you don't want to leave behind, negativity. You need to kind of jump right now. But I do feel it's within your company, and you are interviewing now in different departments. I do see you getting something more to your liking, and rather than being a program manager, it looks like you would possibly be more on product. It looks like you'll be more doing something a little more creative. I'm trying to get the right term for that. Creative, where you'll actually could be conceiving and developing ideas for the product versus making sure things happen. This one will be conceiving what the product should look like. I'm going to use the word product development, but it's not like you're doing the software development, although you have to know that, but you'll be doing conceptualizing, concepting of what needs to go into something functionally, which is more to your liking, more creative, and also will employ some of your other background, which seems to have to do with ergonomics and or psychology, something like that. Does that make sense to you, please? Well, you're going to get it. By the way, I used to work for Microsoft, so I have a little bit of feeling. What was that? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Good luck. And hurry up and get that other job before you fail at what you're doing, okay? Because that's what's going to happen. You better get the other one fast. Go, go, go. Okay, love. Take care. God bless.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. All righty. Now we're going to go to Christine. Christine, I can't do another side probably right now. What time is it? Oh, good. All right, we have time. Christine, hello. Hi. Yeah, you're not the Christine I spoke with yesterday, are you?
No.
Okay, all right. All right. Go ahead, honey, and give me your question rather than do another side connection. Go ahead. Well, you have a career right now, right, honey? I'm hearing that you have a good career right now. But do you have a career right now? Okay, because I always have to take the messages list. Spirit just said you have a good career right now, so we need to confirm that before I can continue. Okay, you will be finding something a little bit more to your liking than you had before. You have been upset about a position that you had in the past, which makes you feel like a failure or that you can't do anything right. You do need to remove this negativity around your thinking and not prevent yourself from going for what you really want. So what they're saying is, it looks like you did something related to your career in the past, but it didn't go very well. And right now, you're almost in a stalemate, if you will. You're petrified of moving forward. And that's on the emotional level. On the surface level, it just looks like, where's a job for me? But there's an emotion behind it, all right? So they want you to look at we're going to give you why you can release the past, okay? We need to find what the forgiveness thing is there so you can move forward, and then we'll give you the message about the new job. Hold on, Christine. Okay, so what happened there, please? So what I'm hearing is that it looked to me like whatever you did in the past was almost like you were self-employed, if you will. You didn't have any structure around it. Would you understand that, please? Christina? It felt like you were on your own too much. Okay, you didn't have enough guidance, right? And you didn't really know what to do, and you were floundering around for a while. And the failure has now spread, so you think, well, maybe you're not any good at that. But Spirit wants you to know you are good at it. You just need a little bit more structure in the approach to winning at this particular thing that you're looking to do, and that you will be. So look for that kind of job, and you will be successful. It feels like, hold on one second, please. Has something to do with, they gave me so many different things all at once. I got to see what I can do with this first. I don't know. I'm just going to give you a thread. I just was given by Spirit a couple of different things. One is a feeling of pharmaceutical. Another is a feeling of film industry. So there could be communication, something to do with that. Another thing I see is open roads and mountainous terrain, as if you're in the country. I don't know how to make sense of all that for you. But I do want to say to you that I do feel that if you look around for something that's more structured, where they're going to hold your hand more, you will be very, very successful at what you really want to do, and you will reach all the heights of what you really want to do. But I think you're living in an area, or you might be near right now, something that looks like mountains and highways. Where do you live, honey? Okay, so that's why I see that. Okay, and the other thing is, I don't know, I just got a feeling of different industries. One of them is film. Another one is technical, pharmacy, that kind of thing. What is the thing you're wanting to get into? Oh yeah, we talked before. That's right. But I feel that you also want to do. I know we were talking about farming and all, but I got a feeling of something to do with communication about this, like maybe maybe doing something with public relations to increase awareness about it. And I think that could be your bailiwick, if you will. Have you thought about that at all, sweetheart? Christine, are you there? Christine, hello, can you hear me, honey? Can you hear me, love? Oh, yeah. Okay, no. Thank you, Susie. So, Christine, what I'm saying is, love, she's not only am I going in and out, but so are they, my client, the people I'm talking to. What I'm saying is, if you haven't thought of anything to do with public relations about this kind of work, in other words, maybe, I know it's going to sound weird, but maybe something to do with more of promoting it and or public relations and or documentary filmmaking and or advertising and marketing, or marketing, somehow marketing, and something to do with, remember I said pharmacy, maybe something to do with pesticides awareness. So there'll be a different side to the business that maybe that employment can come from. I'm going to look to see, I'm going to make a recommendation of where you are right now. Christine, hold on. Yeah, so they're saying to be a little more open in what you're looking for than you were before. They're actually advising you to look into more of awareness, being somebody who helps people become aware about agriculture and all of that, because that will be a way to get your foot in the door. And they're also telling me that really what you really want is just to be a proponent of this sort of living and lifestyle versus actually tilling with your hands, and that you've just been maybe going in the wrong direction to get employment. Does that make sense to you, honey? Okay, so forget about actually being a farmer, at least for now, and go look at ways to become part of a movement. It could be not a pharmaceutical company, but a bioengineering company that's into sustainability, something like that, so that you would be in the movement, and that's what you really are about. You have a lot of awareness, a lot of knowledge to share, and that's what you should be doing. So look for that versus the actual farming, okay? All right, sweetheart, thank you so much. Thank you, love, bye-bye. God bless. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for calling in, and I look forward to working with you Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Namaste. Bye-bye.
Blog Talk Radio. Bye-bye.